Alright, I'm going to use my homemade compost, which is goat manure and leaves and all kinds of stuff. And this potting mix, which I'm going to probably go ahead and add a little bit of this. But this is going to be what I do for the pepper plants that Mike Kincaid sent me. I want to get as much nutrients and the most viable soil to try to get those things growing real big. I don't want to play around with them, I want to get it going. I'll probably put in a handful of just regular potting mix too to get some of the bigger texture so things don't settle as bad either. But I don't like how big all these pieces are. And all I have to do is mix it together. And that feels nice. Alright, well I'll get my plants and I'll do that. This is what the compost and potting mix turned out to look like. It looks really nice. Alright, I'm going to take this, put a little bit in it, down just a little. This is the ghost pepper one. Oh, that looks nice. I'm just going to barely do this to it just to kind of spray the roots just a little because they're kind of just starting to get kind of root bound. Not bad at all. Oh, let me throw it all on the ground. Alright. This is just to start out with. I'm going to put it in this pot. There's the ghost pepper. And I don't trust this because I know my daughters will yank it out, so I'll write that on it in a minute on the actual container. Of course, it's not blackberry. Alright, the Reaper. Go ahead and do the same thing. It doesn't look too bad on that. I'm going to go ahead and do that. What that does is help the roots from just keep spinning around in the same pattern and getting root bound. We don't want that. That's one reason people use the fabric pots, because they do what's called air pruning and the roots won't just keep on turning around. It hits the air and then it like forks and kind of goes back and stuff. That's the Reaper. These are old pots. These came from my dad when he put in blackberries in his garden a long time ago. Got a blackberry cobbler recipe on it. That's interesting. Come on, ease on out. Okay. This one right here is a lot more root bound. I probably should have already done it, but I wanted to get them less stressed because they were shipped across hundreds and hundreds of miles. They look awesome. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put stuff in it. Very impressed. It was very hard to get into, but very impressed how Mike packed them. I'll post a card in my video of when I got these and what they looked like and how he did it. It was really cool. All right. There we go. Now, one thing that I'm probably gonna do, because I need in there, I'm gonna take a little bit of the worm castings too. getting a cramp. Ow, my foot. Oh. Am I able to actually? I don't see a lot of worms in this one. We're just gonna put a little bit. Yeah, I don't see any actual worms. Just gonna put a little bit of this. I think they're all over in the food area, so that's good. This is kind of soggy. I think I need to get the leachate or whatever it's called out of it. Now, I bet you almost anything this will just explode in growth. I need to water it in. Yeah, paper's getting kind of wet too. Didn't think I would be on video playing in poop. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and water that in and I'll be done. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and water this in. I don't want a whole lot of air bubbles, so I'm going to give it a pretty good soaking, and then I won't water it for a little while probably. That should be enough water. Let's go ahead and put a little bit more. Alright. Happy with that? That one looks fine. And that one looks pretty good too. Just go ahead. I'm gonna wash. Alright. Now that's the up-potted plants. That'll be growing in the greenhouse. I'm gonna go put those back in, and I bet in a week or two these will be a lot taller. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the bell for notifications, and come back to see how these are growing later on in the season. Bye.